Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight pack and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chilling, infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or superposition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
The shit nobody can do.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
I swear. They can't do it. They can't dust this shit up. They can't dance around. They can't say who they are. They're too scared to be themselves. Oh. Yeah, I felt like roaring kitty right now. I was dusting this shit off. It still works. Haven't been live in 3 days, guys. Got a little cough in me. Deep breath. Oh, out of shape. Feeling a little fat. A little fat in the ass. A little fat in the pockets. Waiting for my rocket to come. Pause. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. It is Team 51. It is Trove. It is Jay. It is the whole team out there, if you don't know who they are. And they've been killing it for days, guys, days and weeks. Don't forget, this show is brought to you by, courtesy of the Haas Company. Not that it's sponsored by. No. I just support BeTheHaas.com. That's where I get all this fly gear. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I bought the shit myself. Not like they sent me a package. They have like 4 years ago. That's when we met. He said, Marantz, you support? I said, I support you, bro. He said, my name is Matthew, and I like GameStop. I said, funny thing. So do I. My name starts with an M, too. We call ourselves M&M. We're the boys. Anyway, back to GameStop. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We have so much to talk about. I told my wife, because my wife's hungry right now. She's like, hey, babe, what are we going to do for dinner? That's what she called me for now. I go, I'm eating hopes, wishes, and dreams. Baby, I'm looking down the road. Holy shit. You know what I see, guys? Oh, I see it all. I see everything I've ever said. But I'm not the only one. See, it's not just me saying it this time. It's GameStop's board of directors saying it. You know, I have these lofty goals for myself and for GameStop. And for any investor that follows the Connect the Dots playbook, Connect the Dots, by the way, go ahead, look at the description of the video or somewhere where it says you can buy the book. We've sold over 100 copies. It's over $1,500 of revenue of the book. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Hey, I challenge all those meltdowners and any other YouTuber to launch a book. Let me see how many of you guys sell. And I wasn't buying them myself. Don't worry. It didn't work out that way. But shout out to the guy who bought one today, going out to Great Britain. I don't know. It said GB, GR. I don't know. I don't know all the little nomenclature or abbreviations. I don't know all that stuff. I see CA and I go, what, California? They go, no, that's Canada. I said, what? I had no idea. Coke Zero and some ice. There we go. All right, guys. Do you live under a rock? Some of you might. And some of you might live in Iran. I don't know where you live. But let me tell you guys something. GameStop announced today that they were giving a non-guarantee rights offering to their CEO as a compensation package in tranches. Whoa, what does all that mean? Marantz, slow down. You said a lot. I explained it this morning as I was driving. I read it. I saw it. Oh, this is awesome. Rights offering. It's like a big-ass call contract. GameStop hits a certain price. They actually make a certain amount on retained earnings. EBITDA. I love the guy. I love it. Where do you find EBITDA? Jeremy. Jeremy. For you to me, bro. You got to stop thinking this shit, okay? You got to stop it. Anyway. Like crazy. It's just the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. I was like, what did he say about? Stop sending me his clips, too, guys. I can't do it. Oh, if I wanted amateur hour, I would do it. But here, I'll show you where it's at for all the little kids out there. Buckle up, Buttercup. You go to financials. Just go down. Just go all the way down. And when you see it here, it says, EBIT, Earnings before interest. It's there. Okay. And taxes, whatever. So 221 is the current total. Now, GameStop is giving Ryan Cohen a little carrot. They're dangling the carrot out there. They're saying, Ryan, if you can get us there, then we're going to go ahead and pay you back. How are they going to pay you back? Oh, man, how are they going to pay you back? You know what they're going to do? They're going to allow you, Ryan Cohen, to spend your money and buy shares from us. Now, I've read every meltdown. No, we're going to go over the guys on Twitter who are melting. Oh, no, we're going to go every single one. I haven't even read them yet. I just know where they're at, so I went and posted the thing. It's on my little page here, and I'm going to read the comments right with you. I'm actually going to open up the Discord and allow these jokers come in here and try to tell me that this isn't a good thing. But the best part about this is a telegraphed move from GameStop, from the board of directors, to you, the shareholders. They are telling you the writing's on the wall. They don't do lofty goals. They don't do pie in the sky numbers. They don't do these Make-A-Wish Foundation type numbers. They're not trying to just dream it up. You understand? They are giving you realistic targets that they know they can hit. And when they hit these targets, it's going to be off and running, because just the first one puts them in a rare group, right? If the market comes crashing down, it's neither here nor there. It's just, here we are. Can you believe it, guys? This is really going to happen right now live on the stream. I have to actually push pause for me because, remember, I'm under the weather. And I got us. Hey, no edits, no cuts. I didn't care. I shot the damn sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. There you go. Back to you. Anyway, that was right on cue. I was ready to go. I'll probably have to sneeze again. Just the way it happens for me. No, not sipping on jungle juice. I got you. Hey, listen, guys. Let's get to what I really want to tell everyone out there. All you guys, there's this rapper out there. I don't know if you guys know him. His name's like Dave West or something like that. He's a New York rapper guy. He's Dave East or something East. I forget his name. He's a rapper. And he went ahead and did a video once, and he said, you know, I don't want to curse. I don't mess with people that didn't mess with me before I was famous. And that's like a mantra in my heart that, like, I don't associate myself with people that weren't riding with me before I caught the flavor and the flame and all that, you know? And I'm telling you right now, I think this is in Ryan Cohen's wheelhouse. You've got so many institutions and financial bros that aren't riding with GameStop right now. And I'm telling you, the same thing I'm going to tell all you meltdowners, the same I'm going to tell you guys, you naysayers, and of course, anyone against Ryan. It's going to be the same boat. My phone's not going to ring because I'm going to disconnect. You're not going to be allowed. I'm telling you, do you want to come now? Are you ready to do the FOMO now? I'm asking because this is point blank, plain as day. GameStop announced that they're going to pay Ryan Cohen with the option to buy shares at $20.66. He locked in his price, and a lot of people are frowning upon it. Oh, I read some bullshit. Oh, he's going to spend $3.5 billion on shares, and they have the equivalency because if they do go up to $100 billion, and you know he's not selling, but if they go $100 billion and $10 billion worth of cumulative earnings, that's the key word. Now, when you get there, Ryan has the ability to own up to $35 billion on this pay package alone, not even to mention the existing shares that would be worth north of $20 billion. Something to that effect. What, 43 plus another 20 or 250 each? I don't even know. I don't even know how to do this math. I just know it's a lot. Guys, I'll put it to you this way. The dude's going to be worth billions, like $100 billion, Ryan Cohen. It's going to happen. I told you that I had him pegged for the first trillionaire ever, dependent on the short squeeze, whatever it may be. But this is not effective from a short squeeze. It's okay. I'm okay with that. But it's going to have its own squeeze. It's going to have its own problems. And here's the problems. Billions with an S. Your dude, Mitchell AME. Who's that, Michael? is loving GameStop. Marantz, he's a jinx. Oh, no. No. That's the same dude who liked Bed Bath & Beyond after they went bankrupt. Sue Gove is a great CEO. I was there. I don't know if you guys ever saw that interview. It was a good one. He goes, no. Sue Gove said they make money. They do this. They have 400 companies, and they're ready to. I go, yeah, she was shopping herself, bro. She was explaining her profile. You ever done that before, Michael? I remember the first time I got married. I was in a cab. True story. I'm in Korea. I saw this girl that I was like, all right. I didn't know how to get her attention, so I was walking, and I was being what alpha males do. You know, alpha males, naturally, if you guys don't know the definition of an alpha male, I had this conversation with my son today, but alpha male is a man who other men wish they were. Whoa. I know. Don't worry, Sean, and don't worry, Tony. I get it, okay? If you guys don't know who Sean is, look him up. It's good. So, it was crazy because I was standing there, and I was like, man, I ain't never getting married. No woman can tie me down. And I was throwing out the challenge. I was throwing out the gauntlet. That's what men do. Men do things indirectly. So, hey, this is a throwout challenge. GameStop ever going to get to $100 billion? You're crazy. Marantz, they'll never be gap positive. I read that from Yahoo Finance 2 years ago. Oh, no. Pokemon cards? Oh, no. Video games? Hey, Marantz, go trade in your GameCube, Marantz. Marantz, you got a damn GameCube? How do you still have your GameCube, Marantz? Oh, no. How do you still have Mario Sunshine and Mario Party? Are you really a gamer? Was that really a thing? Is this bullshit, or are you just faking it till you make it type stuff? No, bros. I really played video games my whole life. Now, don't worry. You ain't got all that? I don't even know how I got in there. Get in there, bro. Get in there. Panicking over here. No, you don't have it? You got a controller? I got controllers. Anyway, my whole point, you wanna try GameStop, you're trying them tonight. So, text my buddy. I say, man, hey, GameStop has a $100 billion pay package. A $100 billion pay package, well, it's kind of misleading. It's not a $100 billion pay package. It's just a pay package that if GameStop were to reach $100 billion in market cap, well, then Ryan Cohen has the rights, the offering to buy shares at said price, $20.66. And that's a far reach on stock price for him from his cost average, but not a far reach from what he previously owned. And I went and looked through the bylaws for GameStop. I was scrambling today. When I got home, I just kept looking. And it looks like there's an expiration. There's not a limit to what he can own. That's what it looks like to me. The previous limit was put in from the other board of directors was 20%. But from what I'm going to have to keep reading, I'm doing everything I can. You guys, go ahead and Google, see what it tells you. But I've been looking for the limit of shares that he's allowed to own. So I don't know. But I will tell you that if he buys 10%, 17 million shares plus each time this damn thing goes up, I'm excited. Now, let's talk about what this all really means. Before I go into all the negative shit, it says, what would it say over here? Hold on. Strange, YouTube is not sending any notifications. It's not strange, bro. It's not strange. I've been shadow banned forever. I was actually in a meeting this week. I was in a meeting off-site. I meet with like about 50, 60 other businesses. We're all part of this group. And they do these training seminars, things out loud. And then the one guy goes, hey, we're going to test out the PA system. And I grab the mic and I go, hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to blah, 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 blah. I said whatever. And I did it real fast. You know how, welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. But I did all that shit. This one guy walks up. He goes, hey, man. You got a good thing going. You ever thought about doing a podcast? You ever thought about like hosting a podcast? And I was just like, bro, that ain't me. I said, nah, man, that ain't me. And I just walked away. I don't tell these cats anything. They don't need to know what I do. You know why? because people are going to be looking for you when GameStop goes up. People are going to be looking for you. Your family's going to be looking for you. Your friends, your haters, everyone's looking for you guys. Trust. Ryan's out here telling you $100 billion is not a lofty goal. $100 billion is not hit and miss. It is there. It's attainable. So let's talk about that and what that means and what it'll actually do for you. I do want to tell you, Spade again, $20 for the kids. I appreciate you. I don't know if I'm going to do giveaways in Vegas. We're leaving for Vegas on Friday morning. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it. I have family coming over to watch the house type style because my son's staying, and then they're like, oh, we'll stay with the dog. You know, we got dogs, cats, we got everything. So I was like, that's fine. And they're Pokemon kids that are coming, like my nieces and my nephews. They love Pokemon, so I'm going to leave them Pokemon cards for watching the house. But I was thinking, I was like, okay, when I get out there, I'm going to see Almo. Me and Almo are hanging out. I already got him tickets to Zed. So we're going to Zed concert at Omnia on Friday. And I bought him and his wife tickets already. So they're going to be partying with us. And then what could I give away? Like little EV things, you know? Could I go around? And I have other stuff to give. Some PSA graded cards, some stuff I got donated to the show. I don't know. I'm trying to get the book in time. I bought the book. When I buy the book, it doesn't count towards the book sales, by the way. But I bought the book. I bought a copy for Almo because I wanted to get it and sign it and then give it to him. It's his request. So it already got shipped. I'm just seeing if it gets here in time. But you guys, you know, that's for him. It's his birthday, by the way. If you guys don't know, Almo and his wife, it's both of their birthdays this week, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why we're going to Vegas to celebrate. So it was an offer that I put out there that we talked about. And I said, hey, man, you want to join up? We're going to be here. Let's do it. So it says here, Jackie's girl is gone. Burton, she's never gone. She's never gone. Oh. Lil Rosie's always here, bro. I dropped something. I'm good. Lil Rosie's always here. Is that her name? Rosie, Rose? I can't remember. Ruby. Her name's Ruby, huh? Hey, Ruby. Hey, little fat thing you. Yeah, you might be my type next week. And we don't know. When GameStop takes off, bro, this shit's getting filled. It's my piggy bank. This shit's getting filled. Hear that? That might be a penny in there, guys. That might be a very... Ooh. That might be a... Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. Look at that. Get up the hole, bro. That's why it's stuck in there. Where's it at? Oh, it's in the tail. Oh, I got it. Oh. What is that? Oh, it's like a little Digimon or something. What is this? Bro, my fingers ain't built for this shit. This shit... Bro, I'm going to spend the next hour trying to get this thing out. What is it? I just want to see what it is. Hold on. It's in the tail. It's in the foot. Okay, I'm done. Come on. There it is. Okay, it's a quarter. Guys, if I was ever broke, just slam this shit on the floor, bro. Ah! Not yet. Hey, when I get broke, I'm going to do that, okay? But none of these are for sale. These autographed Tony Romo cards I got a whole bunch of autographed Tony Romo cards. Tony Romo's my guy. Anyway, back to the story. My bad, guys. I get distracted. Vegas, we're excited. Coming up. There she is. That's Ruby. Yeah, bro. Have fun at Omnia. That place is dope. We've been there before. Amber's birthday. Always, bro. Whatever. I'm with you. Poor Ruby. You know, I already told you about pigs, man. You play with the pigs. They like it. That's it. Okay, let's talk. So, we're going to go over some things. We're going to go over some headlines and updates. I have to get all that out of the way before we get into the GameStop negativity. The biggest news that came out of the world today was Trump. Trump talked about how he was going to look into the fact that institutions, private equity firms, are buying houses. Now, this has been a real thing for a very long time. There are full-on neighborhoods that were bought and paid for and rent the homes. So they own the homes. They basically hold them hostage. And the government has allowed this to happen. And let's see the cause and effect of the Trump news. So when Trump announced it, two stocks in particular I paid attention to. I paid attention to one called Apollo. So Trump announced that today. And you will see what the drop was this morning coming out the gate. You get announced and you get murdered. Lost 10% of value because you won't be able to carry over the homes anymore. So losing $10, I'm so sorry, $10 of stock, which when you look at the amount of shares outstanding, that was over $1 billion loss today in market cap from a Trump announcement. Naturally, this stock plays up and down over the year. Played all the way up to 148, all the way down to 118 to build it back up. So double top, fall down. You see it here. And that's some real play in there. We'll see how it really goes. Remember that I saw a whole reset on the market during the Trump tariff news. But I'm waiting to see what Trump does, announcements they want to do. The other one is Blackstone right here, BX. No different than everything else. That's Blackstone falling all the way to the ground from 163 all the way down to 147. Lost $10 a share as well. Their float outstanding is 1.2 billion shares. They lost over $1 billion in market cap today as well. So massive losses for private equity because of that announcement. But I've seen other stocks just tanking and tanking, while one particular one had a massive increase. So you could tell me it was an announcement of, hey, we're going to look into housing, or hey, we're going to do this. I don't know. I will tell you this, that, and I was trying to get to the point of what we were talking about. Ryan Cohen's going to be the boss of a lot of people. And for all those people that looked at him and talked crap to him and frowned upon it, you just never know who's going to be your boss one day. And we always say that. So it doesn't cost you anything to be kind, and it doesn't cost you anything to show respect. So with that being said, I will never show respect to Tony De Niro or Sean. Those two gentlemen don't deserve my respect. So that's me being kind. Okay, I'm just doing it. Did you guys hear the headline? I don't know if you guys read it. I'm not going to pull up the headline, but there was a headline today that came across my desk, and it said it was from Wells Fargo. If you guys are not familiar, Wells Fargo is one of the investments that Ryan Cohen holds. And Wells Fargo put out and said that that the market was going to short squeeze in 2026. Wells Fargo said that today. So that was good to know. The other two big announcements were coming out of the world of insider selling. Insiders sold right here. Rocket Labs. We've been paying attention to RKLB. They had an insider. Their CFO sold over $100 million worth of shares. That's a big number considering, but this is an investment that people have been trying to tell me was worth making, but I don't like where it's headed for me on valuation. So it's not something that I look for, but what do I know? It's priced 75 times their sales. If that explains anything to you guys. Okay, and their earnings per share, they're at a loss. They don't make money, they lose money. So it's not for me. But I let people sit on it. I let people think it's worth $45 billion on a market cap. When you don't make money and you're trading at $45 billion, miss me with the bullshit. So there would never be GameStop. It would never be Ryan Cohen's GameStop that he has to actually package out. The other one is going to be Hood, Robinhood. Vlad Tenev sold $45 million worth of shares today. CEO selling shares. What else is new? But this looks like a classic bullish pennant from the top all the way through the bottom from the support here. Looks like it's trending that way. You can move it down like this. Maybe move it here. Wouldn't matter. You're going to find out that if this can hold through and break out at that point, sometime at the end of January on the daily, they could potentially have a breakout or fall all the way down, no support. So we'll see how it works out for them. But that's what I'm looking at. It's happened before. This was a tighter one. This was a tight one right here. Top, support, crossed, gone. And just kept going until you find it again. So that happens. Costco still trailing. Trying to find some common ground, trying to pick up $11 a share in the after hour. Must have been an announcement. I didn't even know what it said. What was the announcement? Did I miss it? That's possible. There it is. They reported sales up 8.5%. What did I tell you about 8.5% guys in sales? To be leery of it. And why? Because they're opening up more stores than normal. They're opening up almost 20 stores a year, if not more. So the added sales number doesn't necessarily make me excited. I would also ask you to subtract gold and silver. If you subtract precious metals, then maybe this company's not ticking as high as it could. And the only reason why I tell you that, it's not out of hate. It's all out of love. But it's also out of education. The education is that you cannot duplicate the numbers of precious metals the following year. Because your cost is going to change. And if it's at the top, it's at the peak, well, look what you're paying and look what someone else is willing to pay. So that's just the nature of investing. That's the nature of the world. If you guys did not hear, Google took over the second spot for the most valuable company outside of NVIDIA and Apple, now Microsoft, but Google passed up. So Google, I think they're in second place now, third place? Second place. So I can go over here. Mag 7. Google with a huge number coming out right here. So Google's coming out with, it's $3.89 trillion. 3.89. You guys want to talk about pumping a market? That's where you're at. You're at 3.59 on Microsoft. You're at Apple at 3.85. So you have Google, Microsoft, Apple, and NVIDIA all over $3.5 trillion market caps. If you think those are real, if you think that that market can hold up with the lack of earnings, and it's just CapEx, it's pushing them over the edge, I'm going to show you where $1 trillion comes off the whole market, because I'm showing you three companies producing all-time highs, and yet this market is like if it's topping out right here at the top. It's hitting this top where you're top, ready to bust. That's what it feels like to me. Unless I'm proven wrong. Once again, for the rest of my life, I've been proven wrong. And I'll show you what I was talking about. This is reaching the tippity top. If it keeps going, oh my goodness, the trends never stop. But I drew those lines. Where did I draw that line from? Look where I drew the line from. Look at that. Way over here. That was a trend of a top where it broke off. This is the trend of the breakdown. If you don't see it, it's right there. It came out. This is 2021. That trend line broke down. But if we kept that trend the whole way, my friend, we are now approaching it again. So how top heavy can it be? And how bottom heavy can GameStop be? I already told you, GameStop's walking around like it's Texas Alexis. And if you don't know who she is, don't worry. Great video on Reality Kings. If you guys don't know, one of my best, sitcoms that I used to watch. Who was that guy I was telling that to? That went over there and checked it out. He was like, "Oh man!" I said, "Yeah, check that out. That's a good one for you." You gotta like Google, Marantz. You stream on YouTube, brother. Yeah, I do like Google. What the hell does that mean? I don't have a problem with Google. I have a problem with market caps. I have a problem with misvaluation. Telling you the truth about something doesn't mean I don't like it. Yeah, so-and-so's a fat boy. I like him. Yeah. Smells like onions, but he's a good guy. That's how I feel about Google. Lots of shills in here, 130 plus, and only 43 likes. If you're going to lurk, at least hit the like button. Thank you. What's up, General? How's Operation Free Willy going? Are you talking about, what is that, Operation Free Willy? What is that? People don't know what the hell you're talking about. What's up with the Yahoo articles that said GameStop insiders were selling, creating sales pressure from retail? I don't know, but Frank, what's up, my boy? So Frank's my guy. He's here. I want to show you a buy order. You want to talk about selling? How about we talk about buying? And then I'll let you guys tell me who bought in. This is a buy order right here at 134 and 10 seconds, right here. It was 238,700 shares on the buy for $21.60. Somebody came in hot and heavy. Hot route. Somebody came in hot and heavy, bros. 4 million, 5 million. Somebody knows what's going on. I pray you guys pay attention. But before we get to GameStop, don't let me forget about this update on Saks Fifth Avenue. Now listen, I don't like these dudes. I've called these guys out before. Saks Global, Richard Baker is the guy that I'm telling you now. This is from NRDC. That is the National Realty and Development Corporation. And they are one of the largest real estate development companies in the United States. He's also the board of directors of the Retail Opportunity Investment Corporation, the ROIC. And if you don't know them, they were acquired by Blackstone Real Estate for $4 billion in 2025. He's still on the board of directors. So Blackstone ties. These guys are going to bankrupt this damn Saks Fifth Global, whatever it may be. Blackstone Real Estate completes privatization of the ROIC. Yep, and that's him. Another one, these dudes right here, where are they from? They're partners of Area Property Partners. Okay, Robert C. Baker, the dude over here at Saks, is partners of Area Property Partners. Area Property Partners, for all you guys out there, if you don't know, that is Apollo. Apollo Real Estate Advisors. That's what it stands for. Learn it, live it, sleep it, breathe it, eat it. Apollo, a.k.a. Area. We all up in your area. What did they buy before? Vel Resorts. We know Adam Aaron. We know how it goes. Oh, this is bad times for people. But pay attention, guys, because Saks Fifth Avenue is up on the chopping block. When I went and looked at them, hey, Brandy, how you doing? Prior to joining, Tailored Brands. Sounds familiar? Neiman Marcus. I know it sounds very familiar, and it should, because those are all the same people that were at companies like Bed Bath & Gone. Mike Height. How you doing, Mike? Mike comes from Bain Capital, TripAdvisor, WeWork, Jane Street. Sound familiar? I know it does. Next up was Andrew Woodworth. You know, I'm worried about Andrew here. Andrew is a damn genius. So you gotta remind me. He has an economics with a minor in chemistry from Stanford. But I know guys like this. This is one of those guys who just, you look and you go, Andrew, what are you doing over here at Saks? I wonder about you. And I was reading up on their history, and of course, bankruptcies here because Hudson Bay companies all over it. Neiman Marcus, we've talked about them for over 25 years with private equity. So that's the cue. Watch out for Saks Fifth Avenue. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that's what I do. All right. Paul LS chair. Yeah. There was some onside buying today. Maybe Ryan. Yeah, Paul's chair, you know, I want to thank you guys for raising money for Paul's wheelchair. If you guys are not familiar, we had Paul, one of the guys from the show, and Patrick Swayze's brother died now. I mean, can this family catch a break, bro? This is my headlines, dude. So Paul, he wrote me. He actually wrote me after he saw that we were raising money for him in his wheelchair via the channel. Let me see where it's at, because he wrote me back and he said, Marantz, there it is. He said this, thank you so much. This means everything to me. I am so thankful for you and the fans. It means the world to me. Thank you again for everything you do, Paul. Now, Paul has been handicapped for a long time. I believe he has CP, cerebral palsy. Is that what it's called? And just so that we're clear, of course, the big guys came through. We have raised over $2,400 collectively as a group. Donko came through with $100. Steve with 51. Golby with 51. Ian with 51. Frank with 51. Adrian 51. Michael Venuti 51. Mitchell Walters 50. And I had the wrong amount. I thought I put 51, but it was 50. So I'm short $1. I owe him. But there you go. So from the guys that I can name, I literally can see 50, I think 26, and then you have 100, 200, 300, 400, $500 that came out of the show just the other day for Paul, one of Team 51's finest that we raised money for. And I just want to say thank you again for all of you that helped contribute to that. So thank you again. And Paul, shout out to you, brother. I know you watch the show every day, and I appreciate you. All right. So time to go through the nonsense. We've been doing this for a minute. By the way, guys, if you guys do want to support the show, we have numerous ways to support this show. That is a GME Elitist channel only. We are the number one spot on YouTube for finance, the number one spot on YouTube for GameStop talk, and the number one spot on YouTube for actual, real fundamentals, I guess, authenticity, because these guys are not authentic. And I actually show you my position where these guys are afraid to do it. And I'm never going to stop doing it. Right now, I'll pull it up in a minute until I get back in there, because I get blocked out all the time. I'm going to pull up some websites for you guys to look at. Today's gains, by the way, $1,500 on the position. Up to $52,000 on an investment of $58,449. I am down $5,800. I'm down 9%, 9.99%. And here is the totals. Down 10%. I'm okay, because from what I read, Ryan Cohen's going to go crazy. So we'll talk about it. So that is the total right there, right here, what you see. And I don't even know how do I scroll on this thing? Oh, it's way over here. Look at this. I can't make it so big. Okay, there we go. So right there, 2,474. Did a little extra today. You know, I was a little excited. Got what I could. Did what I can. But this is my spot right now. 58,479. You guys know I'm trying to hit 60,000 flat at least. And I'm also trying to hit 2,500 shares. How am I going to get there? One share a day. I don't try to speed past it. Been buying shares for almost 5 years straight, and I'll continue to do that, DCAing in the whole way through, dollar cost average. My book was shipped. Can't wait to read it. Yes, there's another way you can support the channel. Not only can you join the channel, not only can you send super chats, not only can you buy merchandise, but you can also buy the book. The book is in the description of the video. It's called Connect the Dots. It tells you the GameStop story and how GameStop is battling private equity and the playbook to do it. If you're any investor, I would suggest you read the book. The book tells you the whole map of Connect the Dots, something we uncovered over all these years, and it's undefeated. I can put it that way, and I'll stand by that, because when you see it happen, you'll remember GameStop's the only company that pushed out private equity and is pushing for greater things while everyone is positioned against it. Don't worry. I'm not worried. We're going to get there. We're going to win. So those are all the ways to support the show. And lastly, the last way you can support the show, because somebody asked me this last week and I gave him this answer. He said, Marantz, how can I support your show? How can I do whatever, all this stuff? I said, it's very simple to support the show. Go to GameStop. That's it. Go to the website, go to the store itself, and shop. So when you go to the website, it looks something like this. This is GameStop. They do have trading cards on there. They have all out-of-print cards. They have everything you want. When I go here, over 3,600 plus 3,900. They're building back up their inventory of PSA graded cards, 8, 9, or 10. As you know, they are also selling 8, 9, or 10s in those power packs, physical power packs that will be headed to the stores very shortly, because they pulled off 40,000 cards from the website. So I'm anticipating a large amount of power packs, physical power packs, to show up on the stores before the end of the month. Additionally, we are in the final month of this year, 2025, for the books for GameStop. Their fiscal year starts out again in February. So if you want to support your investment, if you want to go out there and help the number that's going to be reported in March, this is the time to do it. I already went shopping. I'll do it again before the end of the month. But I see guys are grading their cards graded. I see everything, but I'll just continue to keep doing what I do. I shop there at least once a month. I visit at least once a week. I probably shop twice a month. But I buy a lot of stuff, just random stuff. I got stuff that I have to, I give away throughout the week that you guys will never see. I don't even make videos of it. I just say, yep, do that. I think guys were camped out outside of GameStop just a couple of weeks ago. And I went back and I just gave, and I think I even posted a video of this somewhere, but I just gave away tons of cards, tons of them. You know what? I didn't even record it. Nope. I told my wife, I said, hey, we're going back. It was the night Black Ops came out. I said, we're going back because I'm going to go give away all these cards. And I gave away so many cards to people just waiting in line. And one of the guys met me again. He saw me shopping at GameStop, and he stopped me. He goes, "Hey, man, you don't remember me, but I remember you." He's like, "You were really awesome this other night, and I just want to say thank you because you made it fun for us." And I was like, "Man, that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to pass the time, have a good time, remain educated on our investment, and just know who supports you the whole way through. Ryan Cohen, the board of directors, me, you, us, Team 51. That's who supports GameStop. Just remember that." Okay. Now, website's in, fundamentals are in. Let's talk the good talk. Right now, the headline that came out as of this morning, if you were awake at 0300 Pacific Standard Time, if you weren't awake at 0300, it was 0600 on the East Coast. Compensation is 100% at risk and contingent on achieving significant performance goals. So, they are giving Ryan Cohen an option to buy more shares. He's already proven himself over the last 5 years. You now have the option to buy more shares that would in turn generate more money. Is this an offering? That's what you have to ask yourself, guys. Is this coming out of the coffers? Is this how you influence your value? If I took all those Apple shares, Ryan Cohen, by the way, owns over $6 to $8 billion of Apple shares. That's what he owns. He owns an additional $1 billion of Alibaba. He has investments in Nordstrom's. He has investments in Wells Fargo. If Ryan sells any of those positions to pop it into GameStop, what people are missing when they say Ryan has the ability to put in $3.5 billion more dollars, dependent on the market cap and as it goes. What you guys are missing is that he's actually going to give that money back to his company when he buys those shares at this price. You guys get that? Yeah. That's the compensation. The compensation is he gets to give the money back to you. What the hell? 20 bucks a share. 17 at a time. If you're doing simple math, it's a little over $300 million at a pop. But he gets to put that on the table. Every $10 billion, they go up in market cap. Every $1 billion, they make more in cumulative performance EBITDA. Let me tell you guys about that. Right now, GameStop's tracking to make $500 million on a base number, not on the total number. And what I mean by the base number is I'm not including power packs. I'm not including the outside. I'm just telling you they're going to make this type of money. And as they make this type of money, you guys are going to see that other people will start trying to invest into GameStop. The market caps are going to go up. Yes, they might even dilute their market cap and allow new bondholders to come in and more people to come in. You don't concern yourself with that. And I'm going to tell you why. Everyone out there, oh, shut up, Marantz. You can't tell us about dilution. You can't tell. I can tell you because unless you want to keep up, unless you want to keep buying in, then sit there with your money and watch it multiply or don't. But maybe you're missing the whole point of this. There is an S&P 500 inclusion that's going to happen with or without you. You can sell and get the hell out, or you can sit it out and ride it out. Because when ETFs come calling, when those swaps come calling, when index funds come calling, mutual funds, everyone wants an allotment of a weighted index. And it's going to have to include GameStop. And if they're shorting GameStop like you think they are, like I know they are, they're upping marginal requirements across the board, and they keep pumping this damn stock on the blue side. You keep watching what happens. All I've seen over the last 5 years, and I feel like I'm severely educated on this at this point, and maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm dumb money. All I've seen is a market go up and to the right with zero profits. Not real profits. Not one company that I want to study and look at and go, oh, they have real profits. No, it's all CapEx, 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 CapEx. People are willing. It's what we call business to business. It's just business to business. It's not consumer run. It's not that way. So when you're seeing these numbers and these multiples, they're not making sense to a lot of people. Well, GameStop has billions of dollars to the bottom line right now. They're telling you they're worth $10 billion. What they're really telling you is that that's not the real number. The $10 billion that Walmart doesn't have, I'm talking about cash, by the way, but the $10 billion of market cap that the world has told you they're worth is nonsense. They're worth $10 billion cash without the company. Now you have to start giving it value. And as you give it value, Wall Street, as you get leverage, as you get crushed, Ryan gets to do the crushing himself. He gets to buy his own investment and give it back to the people. He's the people's champ. Yeah, he's going to be in a huge position. Yeah, he's going to, he gets to get the cherry and he gets all the syrup and the whipped cream and the icing. He gets it all. He gets the sundae. But you get the steak. You finally get to eat. You get to watch what happens to a company when the whole world bet against it. And you get to run up with it. It's going to be glorious, guys. You're telling me a market cap of $100 billion is the obstacle? You think that's the hard part? That's not the hard part. The fact that GameStop's going to be tracking in $1 billion a year, it's going to take you 10 years to get to there, right? 10 years, as they tell me. How about when the floodgates open? How about I'm here telling you when they deploy $10 billion and they make $1 billion off of it? What do you do then? It's not just interest. It's a forever thing. This is Berkshire Hathaway 2.0. This is the part where people start transitioning out of other investments and they get their happy ass in here. Ryan has had the hammer. He has had the hammer the whole time. And he said, nope, I don't want to do it yet. No, I don't want to smash it down because we got to get this right. We got to close enough stores. We got to be more profitable. We got to launch a product. We got to do the partnerships. We got to make sure we tighten up the board. We got to make sure we cut off every vein to this artery that they're trying to attack. Cut them off. Good. Put the moat around your company. Good. Now watch, guys. Now watch what Ryan does. Ryan has enough cash. And I'm not just talking about GameStop's cash. I'm talking about his Apple stock, his Alibaba stock, all of his net worth. He's got enough where he can buy his own shares and pop up this company on his own. Prop it up. And why would you? Because now he has the incentive to do it. He has a $20 target. Boom. Waiting. You have warrants. You get to exercise at 32. You have the ability to buy as many shares as you want right now. He gave you a heads up. Not only did he give you the baton early, he literally said, guys, by the way, we might do it in March and April. Yeah, they also might announce that they made $600 million in March and April, $500 million. Well, shit, then they're going to be there in 3 to 4 years. Do the first tranche. By the second tranche, you're in the S&P 500. By the third and fourth, you're on a beach in the middle of nowhere. That's the truth. And he spelled it out for you today. The whole board of directors. You guys know this board of directors that puts out this package is putting it out with his direction. They know what they have. They know who's going to buy it. They know how they're going to buy it. They know what they're going to launch. Remember what they told you about this iceberg. You guys go look at an iceberg and you guys go, it's like a PSA graded card. All you know is the top. All you get is this. This is GameStop. This is what you see. That's the company right there. Got some good numbers, some good earnings. They buy stuff, whatever. You know what you don't get to see? The other half of this company. And the other half is the creation, is the mind. It's the operation of the future. And when you have a CEO that thinks like this, yeah, you get to see this. This is what you're investing on. This is what you're bitching about. You never get to see the rest of the iceberg, do you? No. I think about my dad a lot. My dad's pretty awesome growing up. My dad, he had this dream that he was going to become a DJ. Chicka chicka 1 2. Yep, on the wheels of steel. And he was 13 years old. He started buying albums. And everyone else was doing the band thing. They were doing the band thing. They were, we're the next Beatles. We're the next CCR. My dad was like, nope, Marantz stereo, speakers, PV speakers, Black Widows. I want to be a DJ. This is the newest thing. Never going to happen. No one's ever going to do it. Speakers at a party and a little thing, a little mixer and records. You got to lug around in these milk crates and they skip when they bump the table. Nobody care. You're digging in the crates for a record. They melt in the sun. Oh, we got little records, little 45s. You got to have a little adapter to play. Yeah, records ain't it. Might be CDs. Might be computers. I think about my dad because he had a plan. No one believed in his plan. And he went with it. Off on his own. Lone wolf. And it worked. It took him years. Had to build clientele. Had to build a reputation. He had to stand on his own 2 feet. I want you guys to reflect on anyone who's willing to try that. Who's willing to do that. The hardest work possible, the hardest route possible, just to make it. I'd like to think I'm that way. Honest. I think about this channel so much and how it influences my day and how I started it from nothing, and I was like, I turned down thousands of dollars. I turned down $200,000 to do a damn podcast, and I said no. Because I want to live here. I didn't want to live in Memphis. I wanted to be around my wife. I didn't want to be somewhere else. And they're like, no, we could do it this way. Hey, how about you partner up with so-and-so? I'm like, no, I'm good. Because when I judge management, when I judge leadership, when I judge my investments, I judge them based off of what they don't do versus what they do. There's been times, guys, I've been sitting here, I've been like, yeah, what if they're right? What if they're partnering up with Bed Bath & Beyond? Oh my God, what if they're partnering up with AMC? What if they do? And I just start thinking, I'm just like, nope, logic comes in, education comes in. And Ryan's always proved me right. Always proved me right. So now I sit here in front of you, stand in front of you, and I tell you, Ryan Cohen is cut from the same cloth that a lot of you are cut from. He's willing to grind this shit out. And he's now fully committed. Maybe he gave you enough. Everybody asks for guidance. Maybe it's here. 30th anniversary for Pokemon is exciting. Get it right. Hey, Marantz, is it possible to donate for Paul's chair? I had to rush to the AR and fell behind. Please let me know if you're able to help. Thanks. You know what, Dwayne? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know what I did with the post, but I'll get it back in a minute. And you know how I feel about my boy Paul. He's a part of the show. Paul needs a wheelchair, guys. We're short. I believe he needed a little bit more. Let me see where we're at. We're at 2,400 out of 3,400. He needs about $1,000 more. I said if everybody gave $1, we'd get there because we have over 3,000 people a live stream. So there's the link for Paul's chair. I'll pin it just so that we're clear. We're still raising money for Paul. For those of you who already gave, thank you. If you didn't, if you want to give, any amount would work out for us and for him. I think it was people were putting in 51 because it's our number, and you guys know that. But shout out to Paul. He's 72% of the way there, and he's a good guy. Remember, we get nothing for it. We're just here to help each other in a great community that we have. And his family reached out, his friends reached out, so there you go. When can I sell graded precious metal coins to GameStop? That'd be pretty crazy, huh? His downloaded music library is insane. Oh, my dad's? He probably has 200,000 songs, if not more, on like 4 external hard drives. Because he also has the videos, the music videos to go with them. He has the artwork for the albums, and then he has all the information on every single entry because he does that. So at least 200,000, I'm guessing. Maybe 3, I don't know. But every song that you've ever heard, that guy has it. I go, hey, Pops, you got this song? He goes, hold on, let me type it in. He types it in, and he has it. So that's the way it usually goes down for him. But anyway, back to Ryan. We're back to Ryan, okay? So here's the deal. This news comes out, and everybody wants to attack Ryan Cohen. And I said, this is bullshit, because it's a good thing. This is not a bad thing, but here's how it works out, just so we're clear. If the company does not achieve the minimum market cap hurdle of $20 billion, well, then no harm, no foul. And all your bitching and moaning can stop. But when they hit $20 billion, he gets to buy $300 million, essentially, 10% of that number, of the 171. So he gets to buy 17. I believe is it 10? Well, it's 3, 9. These are the bigger ones, right? So 10% of the number. So he gets to buy 10% of the number, 171. So he gets 17 million shares at $20 a pop. That's going to come out to $40 million, somewhere in that 40 million. No, is that right? Yeah, it's something like that. Big number. I don't even know what it is. It's just a big number. Maybe 400 million, if I'm not mistaken. So being able to buy all those shares and seeing the totals that need to come, this is not, I think it was Trove who put up a list of how much GameStop's stock price would be at these market caps. So to give you a good example, it would practically be double. So it'd be like $44 to be at 20 billion. And if you're at $44 a share, that would get you very close to the S&P 500. What it would also do is put all the bonds in the money. So all the bond holders would be in the money. They could exercise and take their shares and increase the float, and the market cap goes even higher. So we're positioning ourselves for it to go even higher, because once you pass 20, you now take the additional monies that Ryan Cohen's going to put into $300 million on top of this number, on top of how they're performing, and then your actual EBITDA total. This is going to take us maybe 3 years to get. I'm doing math. I'm saying 3 years. So you're going to get there in 3 years. If that's the case, guys, it's over. This is going to happen so rapid. To go and get $1 billion for every 10 billion on market cap, Wall Street would flip over themselves to get there. They absolutely would, because no one's willing to go at a 10% rate. And it goes on and on and on and on, because you're holding yourself to 10%, 10 billion, and then you get another billion on top of it. So when you get to this 100 billion, it's just 10% of the number for this $10 billion of earnings. Imagine if GameStop had $10 billion of earnings and their number was 40 billion, way down here. What is that, 1/4? Think about it. Think about it. They would have 10 billion on top of the 11 billion they already carry. They would have $20 billion cash, and you're telling me they'd only be worth $40 billion? It wouldn't matter. The S&P 500. Shorts have to close. The world's over. Ryan kills it all. It's inevitable. This is inevitable. This is going to happen. And the fact that when they get to 90 and 9, he gets to buy 15%. That's a huge number. And at $20 a share compared to the share price of 90 billion, you guys got to know this is going to get really, really funky. We're talking about $200 a share, and you're going to be looking at it, and it's based off of, look at this, guys. I want you to see something. This is all fundamentals. The whole sheet is fundamentals. None of this is pie in the sky, short interest. It's fundamentals. Fundamentally, $10 billion of profit, $100 billion of market cap, and this is what I'm worth. There's no trickery here. I don't need to hear guidance ever again. I don't need to hear naysayers, bullshit, nothing. Yeah, I gave you the goal. Now go get it. The goal is $2 billion. There it is. I'm going to take it very slow. I don't need to go get 10. Let's just get to the first goal, $2 billion. Stop me. Stop me, because I have Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out. I have Pokemon 30th anniversary coming out. I have Power Packs hitting the whole public. It's here. I have execution and profit for this shorter footprint overall for the next year, $600 million. It's all coming. So what are you going to do when GameStop runs wild on you? You better own some damn shares. You better know what Ryan's doing. You better understand he's going to be here for the next 10 years. But it's all mapped out. I don't want to hear anybody. If I hear you in this chat, give me some bullshit. you'll find the door. It's a lonely place out there. Ask them. Ask them. Now let's read the nonsense. Bob says there's still $1.2 billion short in the stock. Yeah, parabolic once it gets past $30. I see no insiders have been buying shares lately at these trash level. So that means they aren't even buying what they are selling. Sounds like another way to justify heavy dilution and warrants moving forward. Marker cap isn't stock price. So that means we are fronting the bill. Hey, Team Screamer, thank you for that. Had no idea that wasn't the company, the market cap. But do you know what is the company? The profits. So thank you, smart guy. Thank you for that. And maybe insiders aren't allowed to buy shares when they make announcements like this. Non-public information that they're voting on, and they know that it could trigger swings in the stock. But they're not buying shares lately. So why don't you tell me something, Team Screamer? Why don't you tell me the stock that you would buy where they're buying shares lately? Go ahead and name one. Is it Palantir? Is it Nvidia? Is it Microsoft, Apple? Is it Google, Meta? Who's buying shares right now? I'd love to know. I want to play this game with you. Now, anyone in the chat that's looking for a good time, anyone, you found it. I'm going to put Paul's link away, and I'm going to get you in here. Remember, the door is going to be open. For all you guys who are excited about GameStop, invite to the voice channel. You guys, it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. It'll be in the message. Big Bear AI. Okay. You got like 2 more times to top there. Get wrecked. You got like 2 more times to type. Click on the link. Tell me what you think. And when I say you got 2 more times to type, right? Because I don't know you. But that's a lie when I say you have 2 more times to type. Because your night's over. All of it. Peace out. Just finished reading to the kids. We'll rewatch what I missed later. Copy that. Yeah. I got you, bro. We're reading the chat here. Hold on. Founder of Reddit, 25 billion. Founder of Loom, 1 billion. Executives of Uber, 200 billion. Tender, 8 billion. You can, none of that matters. It's an ad. What the hell? This is the guy I hate right here. This guy I can't stand. He's been posting everywhere. Spam posting everywhere. This dude, Nick Curry. I don't even know who he is. So let me get this straight. We're being asked to award Ryan Cohen for massive shareholder dilutions, including making deals with short funds. What deal? Knicks game. Oh, because he was sitting there? Oh, okay, cool. Giving shareholder warrants for $32. Okay. And if he continues to dilute us, then he can buy more at 20. That's a no for me until I start seeing shareholder value. Some sort of forward guidance on what he is doing with the cash or massive growth from within the current business structure. Oh, so until I tell you his game plan, you're a no-go. Good, Nick. Get the fuck out. Sell your shares. Get on. Get on before you get spit on, bro. It's that simple. Shareholder value. Aside from working for free and then agreeing to buy shares himself, $3.5 billion invested into the company. Nope. What are you doing, Nick? Voting no to this, we get 1/10 at $32 options, and he gets $200 million for 20. Yeah, that's what he gets. You guys are a joke. Most shareholders from 2020 are down 50% and still bleeding. The balance sheet strength and profitability came from dilution, reducing the business. Hold on. Shareholders from 2020? Most shareholders from 2020 are down 50%? Hold on. I wonder if that's true. I gotta go look. I don't remember. I gotta do that really quick. That's a good one, dude. Let's see. So, do you see this orange line here? Okay. The orange line is the lowest price GameStop's ever been. since the squeeze. The lowest price it's ever been. So 2020, just so we're clear, is like over here at this $4 range. $4 range. So no one from 2020 is under 50%. Because if they were, then the stock would be $2. I mean, what would their price be if they bought in down here at 64 cents in 2020? What would it be? These clowns. And why wouldn't they sell when it popped off that one time? In January. I mean, if that were the case. I'm just asking, dude. This guy wrote it as if it's factual. I think they should flag him for lying. I'm at work now. Me good. My effing coworkers today, when I came in, GameStop closed store today in town, probably was a bad lease. Yeah. Oh, they were excited about that? Oh, you were excited about that? What? You were serious about that? Does long-term mean decades or centuries? I don't know. Sell. Every time these guys talk, just sell. More bots coming to the chat. Good job. Certainly some ambitious goals, considering the current market cap is $10 billion, unless something big is about to happen to change the business model completely. Loki, no. Maybe the suppression is a lesson worth learning. Maybe the suppression of Wall Street is the actual kryptonite, because if they would have kept the price high, Ryan can't buy at 20. They shoot themselves in the foot every time they do this shit. Sounds like a lot of mother effers pay package. Oh, like this guy's pay package? Nothing like Elon Musk's pay package. Elon Musk is getting awarded RSUs. GameStop is giving Ryan Cohen a chance to buy shares. Good initiative by the company, but one key component is missing: how much time? That's for people that have a time horizon on their own. That's not missing. That's not there intentionally. To have GameStop make money and you not give them value and they don't spend the cash, that's on you. Don't worry, I know what they're worth. Based off of the cash alone, I just want to make this very clear, guys. Based off of the cash and fundamentally what their company is worth, GameStop should be trading at 7 times book to trade with the rest of the market. Just to trade with the rest of the market. But their cash value is $10 billion. Their book value is 11 to 12 in that range. We're just going to use 11 for a sweet spot. So they should be 11 times 6. So it should be $66 billion in market cap, up to $77 billion market cap. That's just right now. Where's it going to be coming up real soon? A lot higher. But that's fundamental. That's not manipulation. That's none of that. That's what they're affording everyone else on the market. They're multiple. They're not giving GameStop everyone else's multiple. I want you to go look at companies like CoreWeave. I want you to look at companies like Carvana, like Palantir. They're given way different multiples. GameStop's making more dollars per share than a lot of companies. We'll leave it where it's at. But yeah, 10-year target for GameStop, I'm going for 20 years. I don't care. Don't worry, we're going to beat it. If the share price doesn't increase significantly before the vote, I think you'll be surprised how many vote no. I think you'll be surprised that I don't care what you think. Finally, Ryan Cohen can probably get some Pokemon cards. Great. Do these options expire? No. How does he get there? Cool. How much does the existing shareholders need to be diluted for him to achieve this goal? What, 171 million shares? He can merge himself into this diluting shareholders. Yeah, dilution of shareholders. Oh, yeah. Just so happens he's a shareholder. Hold on. He's buying them himself? Holy shit. Where's that money going that he's going to buy the shares with? Does it go to GameStop coffers? What do they do then? Hold on. I don't understand. Ryan can buy $3.5 billion of shares, but where does that money go? Oh, to the bottom? Yeah. So if I hold for another 5 years, will the stock break 25? Probably not, bro. Get out of here. What would the GameStop stock price be if it hits $100 market cap? 245? 235? Hell yeah. I love waking up to news. Thank you. Ryan Cohen will be the first trillionaire CEO surpassing Elon. You heard it here first. No, you did not hear it first. Somebody's responsible for 311 million... What? He lost me right here, bro. Mr. Butterfly, you're out of here, bro. Responsible. And no, he won't be the first trillionaire. Awesome. Already knew Ryan was here for a long run. Now this confirms it. Yep, thank you. I'll be voting no. If it was 10 profits, billion per year, I would vote yes. Cumulative is a joke. I don't understand. How is that a joke? Why would anybody vote no to an incentive package that incentivizes the company being worth more money and or market cap? Does that make sense to you guys? Like, I'm trying to get a case-based scenario. Like, oh yeah, I'll vote no to that. That's not fair. Well, what's not fair? That you don't want a market cap of 100 billion? I mean, how do you think you're going to get there? You think they're going to dilute it 1 trillion shares? I don't understand. So why are we waiting to vote on this if it happened before making any moves with the close to 10 billion on the balance sheet? No, why do you make it? Why do you wait on it? Why not? Why not? Make Wall Street sweat. Make everybody wonder. I love it. And then announce it after earnings? That would be even better. I'll give you 10 per notch. I can't find it, but that's what this reminds me of. Yeah, I guess it reminds you of the meme from Gangsters of New York. Great. But this, before any forward guidance to shareholders, this is forward guidance, Anthony. What's wrong with you? World's greatest nothing burger, he won't hit it. There we go. I like guys like this. Where do they come from? You never know. Did you say market cap 100 billion? So transformation from retail gamer and collectibles investment company? Maybe. Thanks for taking care of my man, Larry. He deserves it. Yep, he does. Hey, Larry, I love the direction of the company. We'll be voting yes. My question is, does he have a specific time for us approving or to be eligible to receive an award, i.e. 2 years, 5 years, or is it longer? I hope it's a decade. I hope all these guys get out of my way. Can't wait for the day GameStop has 100 billion cash in the bank, a fridge full of ice cream, and the stock price of $21. Yep, that's going to be GameStop, and I'm going to love that too. So you guys get the gist of idiots on the internet. It's cool. So I can finally understand waiting whole lot of time for shareholders crying for this to give stock option to Cohen at as much as a cheap price. Oh yeah, these guys are brain dead. Imagine only understanding one side of the trade. Oh, look, another day, another chorus of grown adults in the replies throwing full-blown tantrums because Ryan Cohen might one day get paid for turning a dying brick-and-mortar company, a relic, into a $9 billion fortress with zero salaries, zero bonus, and his own hundreds of millions of dollars invested into the stock. I totally agree with that. This is a bargain and a half, guys. Let's go. All right, we're good. Do I get to go eat with the wife now? You guys got the best of me? I'm happy. This is a great investment. Hey, fam. When and how can we vote? It has not been announced yet. Don't forget the Bitcoin sell-off at the top, Mario. Skip tunnel for Ryan Cohen and GameStop. I don't care about the Bitcoin at all. I already told you that plenty of times. It has nothing to do with me. Everything has to do with what crosses the line. I can't go to GameStop store and buy Bitcoin yet, but I can buy whatever they're selling, and I encourage you guys to do the same. Like I said, we have about 2 weeks left into the period, so do your best for this Q4 final number, the final push. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me tonight. I want to thank you guys for the love and support of Paul and his wheelchair. I want to thank you for supporting the show the way you do. Keep watching, keep doing your thing. These are nights like this, the greatest news ever. I still remember when GameStop announced a split. I remember when they announced that they were going to have Ryan Cohen be the CEO. I remember when they launched an NFT marketplace. I remember when they launched PSA partnership. I remember when they actually launched it. They could grade PSA graded cards. I remember when they launched it, you could buy them. I remember everything you want to do with GameStop. It's been here. Even the Power Packs website, Push Start Arcade. I remember they launched so many things, when they've done so many things, but this is the first time that they've shown you their true colors. They're showing you that there's an incentive package out there that Ryan Cohen gets to go out there and try to attain, and they gave him these benchmarks, these tranches. If he gets them, guys, you get them. Remember that. This is the world's greatest investment, and no one wants you to think so. Why in the hell would they give you these numbers when a company's been going sideways for 5 years? I'll tell you why. Time's about up, baby, and I'm about ready. And all I'm going to do is be right here. Hey, I wonder how they're going to do it next, because that's what I'm all about. I'm GameStop till the day I drop. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Let these other dudes lie to you, not me. Peace.